Peace to the gang, and welcome to Quit the Cat Podcast. Peace to the gang, and welcome back to Quit the Cat Podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy VP, alongside the Bishop,
Yes,
coming to
sir.
you from Bang Bang Fitness Center here in Harrisburg, PA. And today's guest,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, is a CPMA Hip Hop Artist of the Award winner.
Yes.
Artist of the Year.
Artist of the
Not
year.
just of the today,
Yes.
of the year. He's a father. He has 14 projects under his belt.
Yes.
He's a bad man, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen. Today we have Cordell Harris with
Yes,
us.
sir.
What's going on, brother?
What up?
Welcome
All
to the
right, all
podcast.
right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir. Happy
All
to
right.
be here.
Yes, sir. Before we get started, we got to
Yes.
do a quick vibe check. Bishop, how you feeling?
I was busy today.
You was busy, you was moving?
Yeah, I was moving.
Yeah, buddy, moving
A lot
and
of moving
grooving.
and grooving.
Hey,
You know, I'm gonna say
it's all in a
things
good.
like
It's all
that.
in a good
Yeah,
direction. though.
Always.
You know what I mean?
Always. Yes, sir.
Mr. Cordell, how you feeling today, man?
Oh man, I can't call it, man.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, I'm here.
You
That's a-
vibing.
that's a
You
good thing.
You vibing.
That's
yeah.
a good thing.
How about you, brother? How you feeling today?
Hey, I'm feeling completed.
Okay.
Not fully completed, but we got
Okay.
we getting completed. We completing some
Okay.
things.
That's
you
an
know?
interesting response.
Yeah, you know, I'm feeling completed. So,
Yeah.
So I always like to start this thing off by, for the viewers that don't know you, so you can give a little brief, or how it don't got to be brief, but you can give a little background on where you grew up, where you from,
Right.
and then take us into what brought you to where you at in this state of hip hop and just the artistry and the artist that you are.
Okay. Well, I grew up just outside the city. You know what I mean, or as we would categorize it here, like out east. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's where I grew up. So, you know, I just had a normal, regular sort of childhood by most people's estimation, but not normal in that. Probably, let me highlight this fact: not normal in the fact that, you know, my pops. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of us. A lot of my homies, even a lot of people I knew,
Right.
couldn't say the same. My active pops, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you know, that was obviously a huge influence. A lot of male role models, period. My
Okay,
grandpa,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Good,
Same
good.
neighborhood. I had both sets of grandpops.
Okay.
Here in Harrisburg.
Okay.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I could pull up on any of them. So
Okay, dope.
that was, But yeah, man, I just, you know, like running around, playing outside. You know, we
Okay.
from the outside
Yeah,
area,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Being outside.
Yeah.
And,
shout out to
You
outside
know,
there.
getting on that bike, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Just being outside, being a kid, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
dope.
mean?
Playing in the dirt and shit.
Yeah,
That shit was love,
for
man.
sure, for sure.
I'm going to play in the dirt later.
Hey, you better know it. It's like- so yeah, man. So you went to East.
Mhm.
Okay, how was that for you?
It was interesting. You know, I didn't know until recently, but
Okay.
Central Dauphin East High is the most culturally diverse school in the
Yeah.
state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I
In the
was
state?
unaware in the state.
Really?
In the entire state. I didn't know that. It's number one. You
Really?
know what I mean?
I didn't know that either.
It's number one. So it was a great. It's an interesting place to be because
Okay.
you know, and if you don't go there, you wouldn't know. But like, you get kind of a lot of elements. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Because it's like it was Section 8 housing in my neighborhood. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? So you get Section 8
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you know you got friends that live there, and you know it's just an interesting way to
Yes.
grow up because we're all in the same class.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So his mom smoking,
Yeah.
his dad ain't there,
Yeah.
but then she got both her parents at the
Yeah.
crib, and they
Yeah.
got Capri Suns in the
Yeah,
fridge,
yeah.
and it's just interesting
It's the
growing up
suburbs,
in the
but it's
middle
still
of
the
that.
ghetto.
It's got elements of it, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
absolutely.
Like they used to fight dogs in my neighborhood and all types of shit, but it was
Right.
also, like I said, it's still
Okay.
a nice place
Yes.
to
So
be.
where you was in the woods?
Nah, it wasn't in the woods.
Where was you at?
It was in, I guess it's called Lawton. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah,
It wasn't, it wasn't
yeah,
no woods. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Penns Woods. You know, most people
Yep.
Penns Woods was like that. It was
Yeah,
so diverse
yep.
with, you know,
Right,
you
right.
think you
Because
come
I was
up-
out Rutherford, so
See?
it was like
Okay, yeah.
it was like Section 8,
Yeah.
all that, but it was
Yeah.
still, you know, folks that had both their folks. And then-
Absolutely.
When you look at it now, I laugh because it is something, and I went because I went to Central Dauphin,
Mhm.
but you know I lived on the hill,
Okay.
but I never told my friends that I went to school, so
Okay.
they never knew like while they were out running, I just would disappear and wouldn't pop up outside until after 3, you know,
Right.
because I was going to school. So I look at it now where that was a thing that we were high, so to say, or didn't tell nobody really where you went to school. But now you look at the benefits of having that diversity, because now you can walk into situations where some people that never been in those diverse situations wouldn't feel comfortable. You know how to swing the pendulum both ways. So it's a bonus. So I always tell kids, like young boys, when you see, don't be ashamed of where you went to school at.
Right.
You know, because that education and the diversity is definitely needed, you know. So,
and on top of that, you don't have a choice.
You don't have
when you're a kid, you know what I mean? Like you can't. How you gonna be? You gotta. My pops always told me two things you can't choose. You can't choose your parents, and you can't choose your name until you change your name. But you can't. Ain't nothing you can do about that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how did we get to where we're at with the? Did you always know you could rhyme? How did that work? When did you realize that, or did you? Like, what was that? Like, was it a passion? Did you see somebody that sparked you and brought you into the music? How was that?
I mean, so like a lot of us, you know what I mean? I had like older cousins. They were really heavy into music. My dad is really super heavy into music.
Okay.
And he actually told a story to me one time. He said that when my mom started leaving me with him, you know, sometimes like if she had to go do something, and it'd be like the first couple of times me and my dad I was with my dad by myself, you know what I'm saying, by himself, he couldn't get me to stop crying. So, you know, I guess to try to tune it out, he would just turn the music up extra fucking loud. Okay. And he said it would always send me to sleep. So he always jokes and say that's how he knew that I was going to be interested in music. Okay. So I was always, you know, I remember being a big fan of like, y'all remember them Sprite commercials? Oh, yeah. Niggas be rapping. So I just remember, in particular, the one with Grand Poobah. Okay. I give a pound to my man with my right hand. And I keep this spot. I remember as a kid being like, that's cool. I want to do that. Right. You know what I mean? And memorizing the words to it. So that's probably where I would start it off at. You know what I mean? So, because did y'all used to battle or? Mm-hmm. How was in high school for sure?
Yeah, had to. That was the era where you had to
for sure. And this was that was specifically when I was in high school. So we talking like early mid 2000s. That was the battle rap DVD era, and Smack DVD, and you know, Too Raw for the Streets and all that shit. So shout out Big Star. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
So that was that era. Reed Dollars. Me, you know, so we was definitely
down the Music Man going at it.
We used to rap on Fridays, and it was basically like I say like my first 2 years of high school, like 9th and 10th grade. Okay. So we would have Freestyle Friday at my lunch table, and I remember every Thursday night I'd be like, all right, you know, I'm in the mirror like
you remember like from high school that you used to use on them?
I'm gonna tell you one line in particular. That's funny you brought that up. So. Again, this is the Philly battle rap DVD era, and I don't remember the whole line, but I remember saying, "Tell Meek I need a meal, and tell Reed he can put up his dollars," and everybody was like, "Oh my God!" Okay. You know what I mean? I remember that was a line that had everybody like, "What the fuck?" Yeah.
What got me? I just because I was blown away when I seen you perform. I had seen you perform, and I just was like, man, he's different. So then I went on Tidal and I found you, and then my album was This Ain't That.
Oh yeah. That's
that album right there. And then I seen the video. That was different for me, man. And that's when I was like, yo, he's different.
Yeah, that was the second one I did. Yeah,
he's so different. So I was asking, so when we going to just get there? I need to go there.
Right.
How does it, like when you just, and ladies and gentlemen, I always tell you, just don't take my word, go look it up.
Please.
Go look it up.
Yeah.
It's on the streaming platform.
It's everywhere.
When we bring an artist on here, they fire.
They official.
No
doubt official.
You know,
no offense to y'all that ain't official. Yeah. Get official.
It's never too late to be great.
Yeah, you did.
Because it's like it just comes easy.
No. When I first started rapping, I actually, you know, as a, you know, I remember my friends' older brothers making fun of me for it. You know what I mean?
Why is that?
Because it wasn't good, and we were trying to record, and I couldn't stay on beat. This was probably like when I was like 13, and I was really super frustrated. So that's why when people always say like, you know, rapping is a gift, I always sort of I challenge it a little bit because, and you might be could speak to this too. I don't know when I started rapping, it wasn't good. You know,
that shit was terrible.
Yeah, like you have to get better. So people try to make it seem like
it's like
this is God. Like nah, I think anybody can if they put the time into it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely was not good starting out. It was not good.
It wasn't good starting out. So was it something that you? Because I'm big on practice.
Yeah.
So was it something that you practiced and you was able to see your gift? So let me ask you this. In your practice, when did you say, or did someone tell you, yo, you got it?
That was probably the time I was telling you about earlier, like 9th, 10th grade. Yeah. We was rapping at high school, and people, when I would get them oohs and ahs and them, people would be looking like with the eyes like, yo, nah, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like people, I would hear comments from kids like, yo, you rap like not a kid. Like you rap like a grown. Yeah, you sound like an adult. You know what I mean? So that was probably the first time, 14, 15. But to your point earlier about the practice, so here's what I said. Like I loved sports and everything like that when I was a kid. But, you know, I wasn't the most coordinated person, so I wasn't really athletically gifted, even though I enjoyed them. So I would get, you know, niggas, bro, you grow up around black kids, they'd chew you the fuck up. You know what I mean? So I used to get made fun of a lot trying to be a basketball player or a football player. So I didn't like, and I ain't saying this is a good thing. This is just my experience. I didn't like having to grow and develop in front of people. Rapping was something, and this all happened at the same time. I stopped playing ball in like 8th or 9th grade, and rapping was something that allowed me to work on it in solitude. I didn't have to get made fun of. I mean, I did when I tried to record or whatever, but that was those moments were very few and far in between. I wasn't one of the motherfuckers that always was rapping. Like I was working on it. I'd be reciting it to myself at the crib or at school, and I'd be like, yeah, nope, it's not ready yet. You know what I mean? Yeah. So rapping allowed me to work on it by myself. You know what I mean?
You can come out the back cave and then be like, I got you.
So when I finally felt ready to present it to people, it sounded presentable.
It was polished.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So you said 14 albums in.
Yeah,
14.
That's what he said. I don't know.
That's what your page said.
Okay.
So what's your favorite
album of mine? Off top, Another Love Story.
Another Love Story.
2021. That's my favorite for sure. Yep.
Why?
Because it was the sequel to the first one, which was 717, A Love Story, and every album I put out after that, everybody would always compare it. That was like my little illmatic. So people would always be like, yeah, 717, A Love Story. I'm putting out all these projects, and I'm flooding shit, and niggas is still coming up to me like, yo, that's 717, though? Yeah. That's the one. And I'm like, fuck, man, how, you know what I mean? How something I made when I was 21, 22, not better than something that I'm making at 27 or 28. So I feel like I should be getting better. So I feel like I achieved that when I put out Another Love Story. Like the response from that's my most streamed project to date. My most popular songs are off that project. Like the results speak for themselves.
It's so crazy. It's seeing when I look, it's like it looks effortless.
Yeah.
Is it that way?
Now, it's
doing it so much.
Yeah. Now it's not difficult. For me, I don't think it's difficult. I enjoy it.
Yeah, because you're like when you look at, so I always look at like these catalogs, because that's what that is. The catalog, right? So when we see artists that we be like, damn, they knew they hot, but then you go look at their catalog, they've been out for a long time. And when you look at like your catalog, even Maison, I'll be so blown away because the graphics is perfect. Yeah. The titles.
It's all top notch music.
Yeah, you know, where you're at in that phase of life. Mm-hmm. You can see the different phases that you're in as you go through the music. And sometimes I just be like, man, they on a whole nother level. So do you feel that where you're at and as far as location, and the support, do you feel that plays a? Because we gonna say it. We gonna say it. So if they take it any type of way, Harrisburg's not a supportive place in anything. It doesn't matter what you do. I always tell people be hating on people that do hair and you sell shirts. What that got to do with the support? To where we bump everybody else's music, so to say, at that level where, we don't have the radios that you can put the spins on and do those things. So how do you continue to still go hard from this place?
Well, number one, because I love music.
Okay.
Number two, this is home. I've never lived anywhere else, so I don't know what it would be like to, I'm not even one of those people, and maybe to a fault. Maybe I'm wrong for that. I never relocated.
Okay.
I never did a stint in Atlanta. I never did a stint in LA. I never did a stint in New York City.
Right.
I've been here the whole time. So I don't know what any other environment is like. And as far as like the support thing, like, I mean, I kind of feel like I do get support, but I think it, like, I always reference this quote. This is in the Bible.
Okay.
It says, "A prophet is not without honor, except in his own hometown." Because Jesus, when he was spreading the word of God and telling people that he was the son of God, they were like, "No, you're not. You're the carpenter's son.
Right.
We know you. Nigga, like, you from here."
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? So, and he didn't take it personal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not comparing myself to Jesus, but I apply that same perspective. Like, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may. Nobody cares until everybody cares.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how it is.
If J. Cole retweeted one of my videos and asked me to, and me and him did a song or whatever, like people would come out the woodworks.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't take that personal. I don't be like, "Oh, y'all niggas, where was y'all?" Fuck. I don't take it personal.
Right.
That's just people being people.
Yeah, because when you catch on, you catch on.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But I do think people, as an artist as well, I ain't gonna put myself in there, but as somebody who talks about rap as well, with people, your name always comes up.
Yeah.
It's like a few names that always come up. You,
Right.
Maze, Eskimo, Thelonious. It's like those names come up repeatedly, and I know you have, like, there's people that talk about you in a good way.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? All the time.
I never hear nobody talk about me negatively.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I never do. So,
Right.
and I think that, I also think, and it's not even, definitely not to my face.
Yeah.
And
They ain't gonna do that.
It's not even an intimidation thing.
Yeah.
It's nobody's afraid of me. I just think that I carry myself with a certain respect, and I think that people, it's music, bro. It's subjective. They might not like my music.
Right.
It's people that don't like Jay-Z's music. It's people that don't, but they wouldn't be like, fuck that nigga, he's trash. It was a few people that tried to like play me out when I first started back in high school. I remember selling CDs in school, and I remember certain people like making comments like, "Oh, get the fuck out of here! Y'all paying $5 for his shit for what?" You know what I mean? I remember hearing comments like that, but I never. You know what I mean? So I hear it and don't hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hear it and don't hear it.
That's when that era where you be buying and you just see your mixtape.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the
Listen,
like,
it's been plenty of times I done walked down 2nd Street, handed out joints, and then walked back up the street, and all them joints was on the ground. You was like, "Damn,
how did
dog."
it make you feel?
I picked them joints right back up. You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
all
them
you
shits
gotta
cost
do.
money.
Okay.
So I needed them joints back.
The same thing
You know what I
happened to
mean?
me.
Like, that shit real.
It keeps for me. I feel like that also gives character, and that tests how much do you really love it.
It does. That's all it is.
How much do you really love it?
That's
You
all
know,
it is.
because I always believe if everybody's cheering and you'll have this false persona.
Yeah.
You get beside yourself, and you
Especially rappers and entertainers. Like, they, rappers are so hyper egomaniacs. It's sickening to me, especially with like Instagram. It's like these niggas are never regular people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they're
got
always
chains,
in
like
character.
Like they was born with chains on.
Yeah,
Like, damn, where that come from?
They're always in character, and again, I keep bringing up, like I keep saying, like it may be to a fault, because sometimes I feel like, I think to myself like, damn, maybe I'm too regular, but I'm just me.
Yeah.
I don't know how to be anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be that guy. Like, you know what I mean? It's always in rapper mode, and
Right.
I'm a person first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rapping is something I do. These niggas is rappers all
day,
the fucking
all
time.
day, every day.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They in rapper mode all the time. And sometimes I think that allows them to be successful because they're carrying themselves. They're celebritizing themselves. I just
Right.
made up a word.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I like that.
They're
I like that.
celebritizing themselves, and because they do that, people look at them a certain way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't have that about myself. So, you know, I think sometimes that can cause me to go unnoticed, where someone else who y'all may think has less talent would get noticed because
Yeah.
he got dark shades on in
Yeah.
daytime with
Yeah.
30 fake gold chains on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Somebody told me back in the day, like, you gotta be a rapper all day, every day.
Yeah.
He's like, you nice, but you gotta be a rapper. I'm like, nigga, I don't.
What is that?
Like,
What is that
like I
entail?
work at Rent. This was like I'm at Rent a Center, dog. Like
Yeah.
people go, I can't be out rocking chains and popping out. Like I gotta repo furniture, dog.
Like
Like,
Ace in the laundry.
yeah, like they was like, yo, you dope, but you gotta be a rapper all day. You gotta dress like a rapper, talk like. I'm like, dog, that's a lot of work. Like,
Yeah.
nah, I don't want to do all that. I just want to rap. That's it. You know what I mean? But question about like growing up out east, because you know when they consider that the suburbs.
It is.
So it is the suburbs,
Yeah.
right? But people don't tend to respect suburban rappers because they like, nigga, you ain't sell no coke,
Yeah.
you ain't did nothing crazy. So how many bodies you got? So how do you? I mean, I know how you got past it, but explain to the people how you make people respect you in that realm.
Well, that's an interesting conversation to have. I don't even think that's not limited to rap.
Right,
Right.
right.
I think that's in the black
Anything,
community.
yeah.
Period. You know,
Facts.
if niggas perceive you to be, you know, because the story of Black America is a story of struggle.
Yes.
You know, that's all we sort of tend to respect.
Right.
And when we see a lack of struggle, there's a lack of respect.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I mean, I really don't. I believe in God. You feel me?
Yeah.
I believe in God.
Yes, sir.
So I don't be tripping off none of that.
Yeah,
And
right.
nobody ever really brought that to me. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody ever was. You know, I mean, I'm sure people have side conversations
Right,
again,
right.
but not in front of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't. But even if they did, so what? Okay. So because I you know, and the thing, most niggas have never shot anybody.
Yes.
A lot of niggas.
Most
ain't shot
niggas,
nobody.
most niggas have never shot anyone.
Right.
Most niggas, even in the hood, most niggas don't hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's an exclusive
Yeah,
category of
right.
niggas.
Right.
Yeah.
Most niggas, you can be in the hood and not be a street nigga.
Right,
To
right.
me,
I
correct
say
me
that
if
all
I'm
the time.
wrong.
No, you're
A street nigga and a hood nigga is
Niggas
two different things.
Right,
Absolutely.
right.
You just a nigga from the hood, you're a hood nigga.
That's it.
Absolutely.
But if you
It's
in
different.
traffic with it,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
different. Yes.
You a street nigga.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think that most people
Mhm.
are not that.
Right,
Yes.
right.
But everybody is always looking for somebody to look down upon.
Yes.
That's true.
So if they feel like you got any strike on your record, you know what I'm saying? There, but you like I said, I believe in God, and you know, I love music, and that's the only thing that ever mattered to me. I never
Right.
really,
Yeah, intellect.
yeah,
Right.
I ain't never really tripped off of none of that. And then again, nobody ever really like, oh, this nigga, you had a backyard, nigga. You know your dad. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? You wasn't the commissary king of the
Right.
county. What the
Right.
fuck you gotta say? You know what I mean? Nobody ever really came to me like that.
Yo, that's real though. But
It is. It's crazy. Like because, like you said, you have to. You just can't be nice. You have to attach something to it that
Right.
just makes it. And that irks for me. You know,
it's terrible.
coming from out of the streets. Like there was like I'd be like when you look up and say they ain't giving no awards for any of that. Like there's like I did 8 years. How much you do? Nigga, okay.
Yeah,
What
congratulations,
does that
I guess.
matter,
I don't know.
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks like
It
it
sucks,
sucks. I
man.
mean, like,
it's definitely guys like you know, and artists that are like that because you, like you said, you can look at a lot of them artists and they never really did anything.
Most of these niggas.
Most of them, yeah. So
Most of them.
you know, and I think that we lose the aspect, not the artist,
Mm-hmm.
but people on the outside that it's entertainment. It's bars.
Yeah.
It's
art.
It's how you put it together.
It's art. That's how I look at it.
And I feel like that's why I was gonna ask you about the state of hip hop. Like I think, you know, and then I heard like certain moguls, that one, like I would think not to diss hip hop or certain rap, but it's like they justify or okay it, so to say. Like, oh, it's just a different stage of hip hop. It's just a different, and that's just whack.
It's just trash.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I'd rather you say, you know what, it's whack, but it's lucrative.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all ask Maze on this question?
Yeah.
What did he say? Y'all remember
Oh, he
what
went
he
in.
said? Yeah.
I don't remember,
what he
but
said verbatim, but I remember he said something about, what he say, don't turn, my wife kept saying that shit. What did he say? This ain't for whack rappers. Something he said. He
did say something about whack rappers.
He did. He just
because he only you know, y'all know Maze is my man.
Yeah,
we started rapping together.
Absolutely.
So
he gave you all your flowers.
Yeah,
too.
Maze is an early. He was always an ambassador for what's going on currently.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Recent conversations we've had, I seen like he's sort of stepped away from that. That's why I was asking. But yeah.
Yeah, we got him hyped. He pulled out the lawnmower and started mowing them down. He started mowing them down. He said, if you whack, don't stop rapping. I think that's what
he did. He definitely did.
It was like
say
a
that.
mandate to tell him stop rapping.
Let it go.
Because rap is one of the. I remember hearing this on the De La Soul album, The Grind Date. It was a skit, and the guy that was doing the skit said Busta Rhymes told him that rap is the only one of the few things that gives jobs for people that don't even love it. You know what I'm saying? Like a job in the arts.
Right.
Everybody that paints loves painting.
They do.
Yes.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yes.
People that do martial arts.
Love martial
They
arts.
love martial
Right.
arts. They're invested in martial arts.
Yes.
People that athletes, you know,
Yes.
they
They love
love
it, yeah.
sports.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They love the sport. There are rappers that rap
Yes.
that don't love rap,
Right.
and that's the main issue. You know what I'm
They
saying?
there for
That's
the
the
lifestyle
main
and the
issue.
budget.
Yeah.
They love
I
it.
heard a nigga say in a song that I like, say, and I don't give a fuck about no hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, sung it, like nigga.
Right.
I don't give a fuck, but I'm doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't care about this shit.
right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And rap is I think unique. It's unique in that.
Okay.
I don't think you'll find there's not a bunch of white kids trying to be rock and roll sensations that don't know who Metallica is
Yes,
or
yes,
don't
yes.
know who Guns N' Roses is.
Right.
Like they are in pursuit of that because they love it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Niggas
Say it.
love
Say it.
niggas love attention.
That's
Yes.
it.
Okay.
That's it.
You know, whatever I can be up here, I can be whatever I gotta do to be the nigga, to be up here. The bitches wanna fuck, you know what I'm saying? The niggas wanna be like me. I'm in the car that I wanna drive, whatever's gonna allow me to be that, I'ma do that.
Right,
And
right.
I'm gonna just put out whack shit. Just
Yeah.
so I
It
can-
don't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's the main issue with the state of music. And I think it was that was always an element. You know, you have Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer
Yeah,
and
right.
guys like that, but it's definitely snowballed now with the internet because it's so accessible.
Yeah.
You know, that's the gift and the curse with this
Yeah.
shit now is because it's so accessible. There's really anybody can do it, but that's also the problem.
Yeah.
Anybody can do it.
And nobody's really changing it up. It's kind of like they found the sound that works, and everybody just does that sound. And it's like, whether I can rap or not, I'll just rap like this, and I'll be a hit tomorrow.
So what do you think it would take to bring it back to its natural state?
I think it's always evolving, and I
Yeah.
think when you look at the most successful artists still to this day, you know, most of them is still lyric driven. You know, you're talking about like guys like Kendrick Lamar, guys like Drake, guys like
Yeah.
Cole. I mean, they still are the most
They're the
streamed
top, yeah.
artists of the
Okay.
genre, and I think we would all consider them to be
Absolutely.
quality artists. So.
Living J. Cole's my guy.
Yeah, for sure, man. So I mean, you know, the other stuff, the kids, you know, what the young niggas want to listen to, that's always gonna change.
Yeah,
That's always gonna change.
as the
you know,
generations change.
and I think, I just think that, yeah, it's gonna be tough. I do think it's gonna be tough for another young artist.
Mm-hmm.
young artists. I don't think it's impossible for somebody like myself because people. I'm speaking to a different demographic.
Right.
But if you're trying to reach kids, I mean, you got kids that live out in the suburbs that don't know, like Jay-Z said, don't know a brick from a bike. But they only listen to Lil Durk and all this gangster shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what they think is cool. And when we was kids, 50 Cent, he was a major influence. I remember feeling like, damn, you know, I'm not hard. Like,
listen, X had me barking, dogs. You know what I mean? When you bark, you like, this nigga's gangster as hell. Man. I didn't relate to none of it, but it sounded good.
Dropped when I was going through something in my life. So
50 or X?
50.
Okay.
When that joint dropped, I was in my bag. That was a transitional.
Trying to 50 niggas, huh?
It was bad for me. So like it's that time and place, man. You know, I and you know what's funny because it was situational, so to say. You know, like it's like now everybody is just I think maybe my grown up mind, because I look at how detrimental it is, because it didn't go from it just being hip hop and being lyrics. Nah, this shit's real. Like it's not fake bars. Nah. It's not like, and it's like everybody with the Chicago rap, like we talking about this is real. Mm-hmm. So it's not entertainment to me. It's not hip hop. When there's certain people, I'm like, nah, he's a real murderer that walked on that shit. Like this is not. So when kids is perceiving it, and now you can go read the story and see, oh, he skipped 3 murders. Oh, he beat this body. Oh, this is real. He's trash. But to them, and I feel like that part of it to me has taken the love away from it. You know, I feel like, because I'm gonna say this, and some people like, nah, it's just. I feel to sit with your mind and to be able to sit through something, I'm gonna say it, illiterate, not well spoken, is just undignified, is nothing. And I sit here and it's making my brain like, damn, it's that bad? I can't digest that. I can't, even if it's, I can't sit with that. And, you know, and I look at people on the top and I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just where I'm at in life right now. How does it serve?
That's maturity.
You know, and that part of being mature, it takes me from the new generation of music.
Yeah, it's not for us. Yeah. And even you know, I'm an equal opportunist, so you know, a lot of my niggas, they be clowning me because I always say here recently, like, even the shit that I used to listen to, like, and I love Kiss, I love Siegel,
right? Yeah.
But like sometimes I'll be listening to that shit by myself, like, yo, this shit is so violent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those are some of my favorite rappers. Yeah. I think now the difference is like they were dynamic and that they gave you both sides of it. So it wasn't all kill, murder. Like, you know, they gave you both sides of it.
Right.
But even some of that stuff, man, like I be listening to see, I'm like, did this nigga just say here? Tie him some like kids. God damn. You know what I mean? Like the way he said it might have been fly.
It sounded cold, but
you know what I'm saying? Like even Big, that's my favorite rapper. Don't they know my nigga gonna fucking kidnap kid? Like what? What?
Listen,
what?
Give me the ring and the #1 mom pendant. Like you robbing pregnant women?
That's insanity. So even some of that stuff, because you know it's just like, and I know you're big into fitness and shit. You are what you eat.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you consume that stuff all the time, I just don't. I don't think it's good for you. And I'm not on no, like, I don't think niggas my rap is not, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, am I a preachy rapper?
No. You say some fly shit.
Yeah, but it's not, it's not negative.
Right.
It's not negative.
Fly is not negative.
You know what I mean?
I think it's just fly shit.
It's not negative. Maybe I talk about things that maybe we should not do or whatever the case may be, but I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not glorifying hurting anyone or putting I just think, like, when I be really doing the knowledge, like, thinking, like, is this nigga really bragging about killing a nigga on a song? On top of the fact that he's probably never done it?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. And even when they say, like you said, like it's entertainment, I just think that, you know, especially becoming a father, you know what I'm saying, that just made me way more conscious of the things that I say. You know, my son always asks me, he used to ask a lot. He doesn't ask anymore, but he used to ask a lot when he was like 4 or 5, like, what is this song about? And, you know, I always say, like, if I can't explain to my son what the song's about, like, I probably don't need to be with him.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I don't. And I just think that all that super hyper violent shit,
it's crazy.
I don't know how you explain that to your kids.
Yeah.
Especially if that's not you.
Right.
That was always
If
my
that's
thing,
not
right?
you, if that was you, nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's still, it's
It's
you know,
wild, but you
it's a
got
little
it.
dry snitchy. But if that's you, and you can be like, hey, you know what? Hov did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? You can come from that perspective. But for you to just be like, you know, I shot a nigga.
I always thought that was crazy because I'm like, if you know me, if I was to say something crazy, you'd be like, that Brandon ain't never. Brandon, not BP. Yeah, not BP. They're like, BP ain't never done it, but we know Brandon ain't never done none of that. And that's why I'm like, if people know you, why don't nobody, like, they don't call you out about it?
Nah, I feel so. Let me play devil's advocate on that real quick. I'll say this: if it's a hot line and it goes into the song a little bit, then I know if this goes and it fits. It's a difference when you know that somebody's truly trying to convince somebody that that's
Right.
You know, and it's not just convincing the fans that they got to convince themselves that that's them. You know, so it's like, let me say this now, let me go out here and try to portray this. You know, and you run into that.
But that ain't really who you are.
That
Then you
situation, you know, because everybody's not going to have that 6ix9ine come that moment where you just get exposed.
Right.
You know,
Right.
And you basically have to come up with something else because, you know, even in his you try to go back to being a killer. Nah, dog, we just seen you crying in court. You know, so
That's nuts.
It's over. You know,
What do you got to say about it? Because the way you shook your head, you was like, this
I'm
nigga
just
crazy.
saying,
That's what I got.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Like that whole shit is nuts.
So you look at it like I just feel for me, yes, it must be the maturity. Yes, I don't want to be at odds because I truly feel that as a people, I don't like that being our representation of the culture. So, you know, anybody that always, hey, that's our culture. I feel like where you're at in your life, that's a true reflection if you feel that the music that is put out now is a representation of us. It's not a representation of me at all. You know, so when people are like, that's the culture, whose culture?
Yeah.
You know, and if you're okay with that hip hop or just the state that we live in our cities and the Pooh Shiesty mask and the sticks and the shooting up everything, if that is acceptable as our culture, then what?
I ain't part of that.
Then what's the pulse for unity and
Also,
what's the celebrations of Juneteenth and all of that? Like, you can't mix that and that, like putting that with that and this being our culture. That just doesn't sit right with me.
I also think too, like that. I think we're playing ourselves if we think that. I think we always used to defend, like, you know, gangster rap's influence or lack of influence on our culture. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's entertainment, but I think we plan ourselves now if we think that they don't have an influence because you know, you look at somebody like John Moran. You know what I'm saying? Like every time that them two incidents on IG Live, this rap music playing in the background.
Right.
You know,
He's hyped with it.
he's hyped up. He's hyped up. So I think it's literally the music.
Yes.
Like it's the music. It's nothing else. It's the music. He's imitating. He's posturing himself to be like the artist he listens to.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Because I think that there's been, it's on the record like that. That's not really him. Like he's not a street dude. You know what I'm saying?
I felt, you know who I felt was almost caught in that wave when he couldn't Dame
Lillard.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I was listening to the music and I was listening to a couple songs and I was like, he's fighting so hard to give you.
Because Dame really
he
from that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
So it's like But when you're far removed and you like, okay, this was this, you only can say that so many times before you try to, and then I watch and like, oh, nigga, bro, you're rich off of basketball. Yeah. It didn't come from, and I feel like even when you're nice, you're only going to be able to do so much because we know you for this. Right. So when you try to, I watch the videos now, they be talking about the struggle and man, a big ass mansion. And I'm like, this video don't even fit the song. The background doesn't even fit the song. It be talking about murdering nigga. You on Hawaii on the beach with the palm trees behind you, and it's a murder
big
song.
Booty joint.
It's so crazy, man. It's different.
Yeah,
that's all I can say. It's definitely.
I know people don't understand the power of their words. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, specifically. I'm black, so I can't speak for no other culture. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I just feel like black people, like, we talk crazy to each other, even in our regular everyday, like relationships, like think about the arguments you have in your relationships. Yes. Like I know from speaking, the shit that you hear, you know what I mean? It's like black, and then just double back, like, yo, I'm sorry, I was tripping on shit. Yeah. Like black people, we don't think that we have to be responsible. I'm generalizing, of course, but niggas don't think they gotta be responsible for their words. You know what I mean? It's just art. I was just mad. I was just, you know what I mean? Like, words are important, man. You know what I'm saying? And look no further than talk to your kids. Yeah. They remember every fucking thing. Yeah. I remember when you said, you know what I mean? Kids remember everything. Absolutely. So, I just think that, I think about that constantly when I'm approaching my own music. I have no idea how many times I like backspace in my head. Right. Nah, I'm not gonna say that like that. And 9 out of 10 niggas would have just been like, "Fuck it, that shit go." But for me, it's like that's a little irresponsible. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go out like that.
No doubt. Yeah. So, what do you do about finding venues to perform? Because we're not like a big city where it's a lot of venues or a lot of opportunities. So how do you come across those and how do you get on stage? Because that's the best way to really promote yourself to a grand audience. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not the best at that. You feel me? I'm really not. That's not my area of expertise. I mean, that's probably me not being in rapper mode all the time. Like I have before, like HMAC. You know what I mean? I remember getting up on HMAC and politicking that into a situation, a concert. But for a long time, didn't nobody want to do hip hop shows unless it was a black establishment. You remember that was a big deal. Yeah, that was a big deal. Niggas did not want to let you on stage. No, because they just associate hip hop with the same shit we here talking about. They think niggas are gonna be here fighting. And now we're gonna be a nuisance party and gonna shut us down. And it's gonna start with you letting you get on stage, nigga. So no, sir. That's exactly what they think.
Let me hear the song first.
They don't even hear the song. They just like rap.
No, that's how it used to be. It's not like that now. But I don't really, people. I don't really create a lot of those opportunities for myself. Not recently for sure. People reach out to me and be like, "Hey, would you mind getting on stage?" And I also kind of feel like, and again, maybe I'm wrong for this, but it's like I performed in Harrisburg so many times. Yeah. I've been up on stage in Harrisburg so many times since 2000. I think my first time was on stage was in like 2006. Right. So it's 2023. We're talking about 17 years. You know what I'm saying? It's really not any venues here that I have not done. And I'm not saying that like I'm a triple platinum, super accomplished, but it's like I started to feel like how many times am I going to get up in front of the same people and do the same songs? You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't putting out music for like a year or so because I was just trying to get my real life together. Okay. And, I just had the old music. So it was kind of tough. I struggled with that. And I ain't gonna lie, I get nervous performing in front of, it all boils down to that. I get nervous performing in front of the hometown. I've performed out of town, I don't give a fuck. Right. I'm in New York.
Why?
Because like we was talking about, like Jesus said in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? A prophet is not without honor except for in his own hometown. I've been on stage in Harrisburg. You tell niggas to put their hands up, guess what they're gonna do?
They gonna look at you.
They're gonna put their hands down.
They gonna look at you like
it's always opposite day in your hometown. If you like, yo, when I say, y'all say, you gonna put that money back out there and you gonna play yourself. You're not gonna say a goddamn
That's
thing.
a fact.
Because they're not looking at you like a rapper. They're looking at you as the nigga they know.
Okay.
Nigga, we know you don't. Who the fuck you think you are?
Yeah.
I'm not
true,
putting my
though.
hands up because you
That's
say put
real
my
ass
hands
shit,
up.
yo.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't trip.
Right.
That's just how it goes.
Right,
I don't
right.
trip off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I've been in Philly.
They go crazy.
They don't know me. I'm just a rapper. So when I say, yo, y'all fucking with me, make some noise. They gonna make noise
Yeah.
because they don't feel, when they know you, they feel like they dick riding.
Yeah.
And that's a black people thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Black
Yeah.
people feel like you either dick riding or hating.
Yeah.
There's no in between. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
And
I just can't like you.
nah, they can't. They
That's
feel like they
right.
can't. I'm not that
know,
way.
I just like
yeah,
them.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
that way. You know what I'm saying? But I notice when you do shows, it be a lot of stone faces and a lot of people like, you know.
And they
not
know you
wanna-
killing it though.
Yeah.
They
Now,
look at you like,
the chicks are
killing it.
definitely a little more. They're a little more malleable. Like
Okay, yeah.
they'll be with the shits. Like if you they'll start. They don't mind
Yeah.
because they females.
yeah.
And they feel like, well, this is our natural position, man,
Yeah,
and
right.
women any motherfucking way.
Yeah.
We supposed to like this, but
Yeah.
niggas, niggas be.
Do you think they in
super tough.
competition? Like they looking at like, like it goes back to you
Like,
saying
this would be me.
like niggas just want to be
Yeah,
seen.
they
It
don't-
don't
yeah.
even matter if it's for good or bad. They just this nigga up here.
Everybody
he
wants
killing
to
it,
be
but-
the nigga, and
Yeah.
they don't want to help nobody else
Yeah.
be the nigga. You know what I mean? Like
That's
I'm.
real.
I think that has that's and like I said, it's just nerve wracking for me being in front of people that I know. I was always like that. I've gotten better with it, but you could tell me today, yo, Cordell, they want you to perform in Madison Square Garden tonight. It's gonna be sold out, 40,000 people. I'm not gonna think twice about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you tell
I
me,
would hope not.
Cordell, they want you down to City Island, there's 40 people there, I'm gonna be like,
and they like, and we got a big bag for you. We got 40 million for you to come down
Listen, I'm
City
gonna be-
Island.
oh no, no, I'm gonna get down there for $40 million, nigga.
If they know you got 40 niggas fans, they gonna be hyped.
I'm going down there for $40 million. I'm gonna go down there for whatever. But what I'm saying is like the thought process is I definitely get the butterflies. I don't be caring when if I'm out of town. I've performed in New York, Philly. I think that's it. Just New York and Philly. Maybe Baltimore.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, and I mean other parts of Central Pennsylvania.
Absolutely.
I don't feel that way about them neither. Like when I go to
Right.
Lancaster, I don't feel the same way. I perform in Lancaster, it's cool. I perform in New York, it's cool. I perform in Lebanon, it's cool.
It's just here.
It's just
Right.
You know what I mean? You're in front of, some people don't feel that way. Some people like being in front of everybody they know, and you know what I mean. But that's never been my experience.
Before we let you go, though, we need you to give us something.
What?
Some bars.
He said, "What? We need some music, good brother.
Some bars,
Good brother."
Okay. He said he wants some bars.
yeah, we need something. We can't let you go without giving us something.
Wow.
He said, "What?" Look, come on, brother.
Going through the Rolodex.
Yeah.
Put me on the spot.
That's right.
What people always say, if Diddy was here, I hate when people say that shit. If Diddy was here, you would have something immediately. Shut your ass up, nigga. That's people. When you be a rapper, you be like, I rap or something like that. People like, let me spit something.
Yeah.
If Diddy was standing right here, I bet you're like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Let me think of my shit real quick.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, let me. I know I got something, man. I got so many raps.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
With that many albums,
so
you got
many
so many. I
raps.
know it.
Give me something.
I got so many raps. I'll tell you what. I'll give them an old verse.
Yeah,
But,
give us
you
what
know,
you gonna give us.
I'm gonna give you an old verse. Off of your favorite album.
Yep.
Off of This Ain't That. So we go. This is one of my favorite verses I ever did. Okay. So you rapper niggas really got it twisted. You ain't nothing like me, so keep your distance. Heard your mixtape drop, the streets resisted. I'ma keep coming with the heat relentless, so keep running. And I'ma keep running it. They be like, damn, bro, going dumb again. All these young niggas dying got me wondering if everybody's gonna make it to the summer's end. It never ends like the lies in these niggas' verses. You don't live what you rap, cause I would've heard it. Not the funny style type, niggas know the verdict. Anytime I'm on the mic, you can bet it's murder. And it doesn't make you real cause you carry burners. Heard you wasn't in the field, boy, you never earned it. Once you cross that line, it ain't no returning. My nigga, this ain't that, and you better learn it.
Hey, y'all know what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, tell the people where they can find you at then.
Man, look, at _ just Cordell on Instagram. That's the biggest one. That's the one that I'm most active on. I don't have a TikTok. People be saying I need to get one. I'm probably not. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, brother.
Yeah, I mean,
I
Cordell
tried
Harris
it.
on Facebook, at just Cordell on Twitter, but at _ just Cordell on Instagram. That's where I'm most active. Cordell on all streaming platforms. It's a lot of niggas named Cordell that make music. You would be killing me about that. It's my name.
Yeah.
What am I, you know what I'm saying?
do
Like,
nothing about that.
I'm 32 years old. I'm just going, yo, my name is no longer Cordell. I'm MC such and such.
Right,
no,
right.
you know what I'm saying? But it's a, you know, it's the good looking one. You know what I'm saying? It's the good looking brother, the handsome brother. That's the one you want to click
you'll know
on.
when you
know?
see it.
You'll know it when you see it.
And when you hear it as well.
Yes, sir.
Listen,
Yes, sir.
I don't know what them other Cordells are talking about.
I don't know. Cannot vouch.
I would not
Right.
click on their links. You got anything else coming up anytime soon?
Any what?
You got any new music?
I'm
coming out?
always working on new music, man. Always working on new music. I'm always, you know, what I mean, it's like a thunderstorm. You feel me? I'm
No
always
doubt.
about to come with something.
Okay.
You know
No
what I mean?
Okay.
For sure.
That's love. Hey,
Yes.
we'd like to thank Cordell for stopping past the podcast
Thank
today.
you, brothers, for having me,
You already
man.
know. You
Thank
already know. Appreciate you, man. It's been another episode of Quit the Cap
Yes, sir.
podcast.
Cut
It's your
the
boy
cap.
you know what I mean? It's your boy BP alongside the Bishop.
Yes, sir.
And we'll holler at y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace to the gang. Holla. Peace to the gang. Peace to the gang. And welcome to Quit the Cap podcast.